This is Gnarly once again, and what we're looking at here is a book that was sent to me by Kawasaki. There's some issues or whatever that occurred between myself and the dealership, or should I say the dealership and myself. And I wrote them a nice 7-page letter about a lot of the things that happened and stuff, and a couple months later, I don't know if the two stories are related, but a couple months later I received this in the mail. And it says Ninja, and it's like raised lettering. You can probably tell that though. And it says the story of the Ninja ZX-12R. Starts out, it's just got, you know, a basic like book cover over it, soft cover. Not exactly a hardback, but it's very nice, like covered. And starts out here, as you can see. I could probably let the book do most of the talking. I'm not going to go through the whole book, but just to let, you know, maybe the ninja lovers out there know that there is a book out there. I don't necessarily look at this book very often. There's a Matsumoto Tazaki, Executive Managing Director and Senior General Manager, Consumer Products, Machinery Group, Ltd., Kawasaki Heavy Industries, Ltd. Better look at him, maybe. And it's probably the only time he ever touches the ZX-12R. Who knows? But yeah. And its introduction goes in the dynamic world of high-performance motorcycle production. Shoots 1,000 hours of toil and sometimes measured in the milliseconds of the racetrack, which is true. For most riders, the rewards in riding a high-performance machine are more self-evident, whatever the measure. It is a world in which Kawasaki has traditionally cut an imposing figure, with Kawasaki machines breathing new life into the racing and recreational riding spheres alike for decades. But behind the scenes, both breathes life into the machine. Am I reading that right? But yeah. And here down the bottom of the page is like a older kind of Kawasaki. I don't know when that was made or whatever, but it looks like a 100 or something, maybe a 125. But it goes through, that's the 1100 ZZR. Not sure what year that is. I think that was in the 80s or something. This is Chapter 1, Approach, Concept, and Team. The concept at the concept and team looks like it's in German too. Yeah, okay. Some of this is in German. I believe that's German anyway. Yeah, it's got to be German. It goes through the people and stuff, you know, who they are. I believe in you know, in the motorcycle world, and you know, the part that they took in the Kawasaki ZX-12R. And nice shot here from about belt level on the bike, looking up. It's kind of cool. They took it right at 1 o'clock with an empty tank. The bike was definitely out of gas, because originally when they made these, they had a gas problem where it ran out at a quarter tank. So there's a nice picture of the bike. That's the Gray Ghost, as a lot of people call it. It's another shot of it. There's the Gray Ghost. I don't know why they chose the Gray Ghost, But, you know, it goes through like styling. It says this here's actually the wing on the side of the ZX-12R. Those of you that are familiar with the ZX-12 probably know that it has a wing. I think it's the only bike I'm aware of that has a wing on the side. And they said they did that because in a wind tunnel there was some air, turbulent air, and that helped clean up the turbulent air. And I got to admit, at near top speed, the bike is very stable. So, like another odd down shot of the bike cruising. Kawasaki T4 tandem configuration, two-seater intermediate jet trainer aircraft. I don't know why they're going into this. Aerobautics team rescue from the Kawasaki Aerospace Group were employed extensively in design of the ZX-12R's aerodynamic package. Okay, that's who helped design it then. Alright. And it has a German in that. It goes on about the engine and the balance. Nice engine shot, power plant. Pretty close to 200, yeah, 160, that's not too bad. Of course, so I guess it always depends on where they're measuring that from too, so, you know. And by the time it gets to the rear wheel, a lot of times a lot of that's lost. Just in gearing and stuff. It's a really cool book though, and I don't want to bore you all too much here, although some of you probably find it very interesting. You know, this is where the catalytic converter is. That's the actual cat in the exhaust system itself. A lot of people say this can weighs like 35 pounds. It's lucky to weigh 5. I have a second one of it because I dropped it on its side way back when. But going over the cams, heads. Try not to mess this book up too much, you know. Of course, you know, it should have value down the road, of course. You know, it's a nice book. I don't know what they originally sold for or whatever, but there's a nice look at the Kawasaki KR500 4-cylinder tandem two-stroke racer. Made its debut in 1980 and featuring an aluminum monocoque chassis. Looks kind of familiar to the ZX-12 the way it's created. What a strange looking machine. And there's the actual chassis, or whatever. It's a rear swing arm. You can see the shock there. And, you know, then you have the head. And this is the actual air box on this machine. This is where the ram air comes in on this side, and then there's an identical one on the other side. And it basically comes in and rams the air, and then you got ports right here, so the air comes up and comes down and comes straight down into the carbs, or the throttle bodies, which would be more accurate, and straight into the chambers. Very nice engine. You've got layouts here. These here are access plates. This is like looking down, top view on the chassis. It's where your handlebars, you know, your head mounts and that. And these here, you can see like this circle right here, this half circle. That's where your throttle body intakes are. There's 4 of them here. It's kind of hard to see because of the lighting, but that's where the air box is for it. And there's another shot of it, which is really dark. A lot of guys, they're taking, so you can see this rear swing arm here, because it's kind of sealed, they take it and they either turn it into an air tank, so it holds air, and I think some guys have actually turned it into a nitrous tank, and they put nitrous in it. So it's an idea for anybody out there that just hasn't ran across that yet. It's a front suspension fork system. And this is the actual color those taquicos are supposed to look like. I don't wash my bike like with a spray hose and that. I just pretty much use a product called Honda cleaner, Pro Honda cleaner, and it waxes it and cleans it all in one shot. And it actually, because there's wax in there, it kind of lifts the particles off the bike and keeps it from scratching. And I don't know, maybe that's the secret behind my bike looking like it's new when it's actually 6 years old. I also don't leave it outside in the rain, and I don't ride in the rain unless I absolutely have to. And then I generally have like a thorough cleaning after the rain. So I take fairly good care of the bike. It's a good bike. There's a nice picture without all the plastic on it. That's just the all the hardware there. You can see the tank. This is the actual gas tank. Their idea here was to lower the center of gravity by taking, the 5 gallons of gasoline up here and kind of lowering it in the bike, which gives the bike a lower center of gravity to help it corner a little bit better. It seems to corner very well. This is like a picture with the tank lifted up in the air. This allows you access to the rear reservoir for the brake system, and also access to the filters. A couple filters pop out right here. Once again, it's probably really hard for you to see this due to the lighting, but that's the bike. Nice top-down shot. And some more stuff here. It's got a real nice DD chain there. It's a nice shot. Looks like it's in the wind tunnel, maybe not. There's a nice scenic view. Actually not too many pages left here. These pages are pretty thick, so it's a pretty heavy-duty book. I guess this is them out on the track having fun. I'd love to be a rider. Hey, look, they used a green one. Isn't that nice? Light sucks. Let's probably do it again with better lighting. But anyway, this is the whole book. There's a red one. And just some nice photography shots. You have to ride a Ninja to understand. Nice caption there. Says, working with the engine development team, the engine test rider job was to give the massively powerful motor theme characteristics that cannot be revealed by dyno charts alone. In the final analysis, he would determine the engine's personality. So, I don't know. Nice duct tape job there, huh? I don't know if you can see that, but for some reason this photo, the bike has duct tape here on the sides of it. Crazy shit. Oh, I see. You can see like all kinds of test equipment and stuff on the back of it there too, sitting up on it. Huh. Yeah, that's what the duct tape is. Huh. That's all you can see here, maybe not. It's like electrical wires running through here, and the wires are duct taped on. So, yeah, 13 minutes of an interesting book, if you like Kawasaki's, I guess. So, here's a pretty bike right there. Here. Well, I guess that's about it. And they go through the closing dialogue, blah, blah, blah. Some may think the positioning of this message at the end of the book is fitting, that marketing people always feel that they simply must have the last word, but let me say that I think appropriate for an entirely different reason. I believe that the opportunity to bring the Ninja ZX-12R to market truly represents a happy ending for all those who love motorcycle, and certainly for us here at Kawasaki. And then the United States government stepped in and made them start governing all the bikes to 186 miles an hour. End of story. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.